At Alzheimer's WA, we've been on a long journey revisioning how we see dementia and how we support people living with it. We believe that dementia is a human experience, not just a biological or medical condition. We therefore think that any care environment ought to see the person first and not the disease, and it should address the 7 domains of well-being. This model of care is often referred to as person-centred care.
The Eden Alternative model, it's a culture change model that supports the implementation of person-centredness. So for us, it gave us a framework to do that. We changed our vision that our day centres were going to be places where people with dementia could come. We would focus on well-being, we would focus on enhancing well-being, and through that we would enhance personhood.
We look at eliminating loneliness, helplessness and boredom for those people by introducing companionship, the opportunity to give and receive, and to have some variety and spontaneity in their lives. By doing this, we actually support a person to raise their self-esteem, to feel a sense of belonging, and to embrace navigating through an environment and doing things that they actually find quite meaningful themselves.
I came here and immediately I said, wow, this is a place I want Gil in. And thankfully he got a position here and he has been so happy. He never once says he doesn't want to go.
The first time I ever left him at Hawthorn House, I felt a bit guilty. When I came and picked my husband up, I didn't feel guilty anymore because he was very happy and, oh, you're back. And I thought, oh, okay.
It sounds really simple, but changing the cultural thinking of staff about why they were there, what their jobs were. So traditionally they'd thought of their jobs as, I'm here to care for somebody, and they translated that into, I'm here to do for you. When we do everything for somebody with dementia, we actually are doing them a great disservice, and we're taking away yet more things from them. So getting them to understand that their job as support workers was actually to help facilitate the club members to not only do for themselves, but wherever possible do for each other as well. And helping the staff to get the emotional reward from that was really the Eden philosophy in practice.
It's a very caring environment. I feel that everyone's there for each other. The club members also take on a caring role, which I really like. You know, such a nice thing to see when you see one of the club members helping someone else, because I feel that they can relate to each other a lot more than, say, the staff can on a very special level.
Oh, I love it up here. It's something special.
It's the companionship you get when you come up here, especially the staff.
I couldn't put it into words, you know. I can say it now because I'm here. It's better than home.
Person-centred care is fundamental to our vision, our culture and our practice. And emerging research evidence shows that person-centred care achieves really strong clinical outcomes in people with dementia. So it isn't just a nice idea.
It's really important that we spend a lot of time getting to know the person, to know their identity, what they want to remain connected to. By doing that, the person then starts to feel a little bit more secure in the environment. They feel that connection, they feel a sense of belonging, and then that gives them the opportunity to feel more autonomous, where they can actually start navigating freely through the environment and looking at things to do that have meaning and purpose to them.
We talk very much about personhood, and that's really about how you feel about yourself. Now, for people with dementia, because they're losing an awful lot, they're losing their memories, they're losing their abilities, often people stop them from taking risk in life, so they actually withdraw and get isolated, and so that personhood becomes very diminished.
It's the opportunity to grow that actually makes a person's life worth living. We all have to have that opportunity to continue to grow no matter where we are in our lives. And I think this is what really supports the joy for a person so that they continue to have a really joyful life. People who access our service have access to the kitchen, they have access to our men's shed, they work in the garden, and often they can just navigate freely around our environments. We have gender-specific clubs, and we have men's days and ladies' days, and this seems to support the men, for example. They enjoy coming because they build companionship, they become great mates. And with the ladies, they also become great friends and they start supporting one another. And from that, we start building a great sense of community.
All the women that come here, we have a ladies club on a first Wednesday of the month, and we all say how fabulous this place is. We would be so sad if our husbands didn't have the opportunity to enjoy it.
Another thing that's very important for our staff is to access what we call a learning circle. The learning circle is an opportunity for us to sit together as a staffing group and learn from each other about the club members, to be able to hand over information to them and to talk about what our day might look like. We also need to look at welcoming variety and spontaneity. You can't schedule variety and spontaneity, you have to know how to welcome it. Nothing more spontaneous than a 2-year-old knocking on your door and coming in for the day, or someone bringing in their newborn baby for everyone to have a look at. So we don't work on a routine or a structure, we work very much with what we've got on a daily basis.
I love the animals being here, and the birds and the chooks, and they wander around. I mean, the people can wander around and see the chooks and the dogs here on a regular basis, and that's fantastic. It's just, mate, as I said, it's like home.
Shifting from a more traditional medical model into a person-centred model has had some huge successful outcomes, and I think when you see the impact that it has on the personhood of people with dementia who come into our services, you really wouldn't want to do it any other way.
This video seeks to inspire all health and care professionals to dare to dream, to see and respond to dementia differently. We believe that person-centred care is as necessary as it is achievable.
You're one of them, you're one of their family, you're not just Mrs. Brown down the street sort of thing. Yeah, they really care about everybody as an individual. It's really helped me and many, many others that I know.
I don't know why they look after us old. I won't say it. They look after us old fellas really well.
I really don't know if I could work anywhere else as a support worker. It's such a special place here.
But I go away with a happy heart, definitely.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's silence at the window, I see the light of light. We get.